Hello and welcome back to Shelf Centered. This is Bryce. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If this is something that you end up liking, if you end up enjoying. So, I've got a book haul. It's been a little while. I've kind of been on a little bit of a ban. I haven't had Audible for a while. I finally have it again, so it's gotten out of hand again. Of course, here we are. We can't help ourselves. But I've gotten a number of, a couple of review copies here and just some books that I am interested in. So anyway, let's jump right into it. I like to start with Kindle, then go to audio, then go to the physical. So I'll have links below if you want to jump ahead to anything. First off, on Kindle, I got The Frugal Wizard's Guide to Medieval Europe. That's the Brandon Sanderson second secret project. And there's supposed to be the hardcover, nice, fancy copies from Dragonsteel are supposed to be coming out. As we know from Tress, or saw from Tress, it took a little bit. I just barely got my Tress, as you may or may not see in this video. It gets there eventually. And again, this is a Kickstarter. I don't have a huge lot of expectations when it comes to Kickstarters because they always are delayed just every single time. So anyway, they at least already sent out the Kindle books. My son has already read it. He loved it. So anyway, that's how we're doing this. All right. Then, in another independently published, Brandon Sanderson is technically right now independently published, even though they will get published later by Tor. Blood for Coins by Cam Wolfe. Cam Wolfe is a booktuber. I always love supporting booktubers. Has a great channel. Has been featured on Daniel Green and stuff like that. So anyway, but Blood for Coins, this cover just looks so cool. You'll see it come up in the audio as well. This is definitely next on my list to read. Just looks really cool and like a Tucker and Dale versus Evil vibe, at least from the cover. I haven't read it yet, so we'll see. I hope. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Then, because my son was blazing through all my Cradle books on Kindle, I got Dread God. And again, this will be featured later, just to get everything in Kindle and in audiobook. But anyway, Dread God, I actually did just finish it, so I'm working on a whole Cradle, as I've been doing lately, tier list. There's some tier lists on the tier list maker, and so I thought that'd be fun to rank all the Cradle books here soon. Then Prelude to Ashes by Thiago Abdallah, and just this one's, I think, came free with like a newsletter or something like that. Anyway, looks good. Then we've got Yellow Sky Revolt by Baptiste Pinson Wu, and I apologize if I mispronounced that name at all. Just looks really cool. Heard some really good things on Twitter about the book. Thought I'd scoop it up. I think it was either free or 99 cents, something cheap, and so I, of course, going to jump on that. Then I got an advanced reading copy for The Shadowgate by L.L. McRae. I already read the first in the Dragon Spirits books series. Loved it, absolutely. It was so good, so I'm really looking forward to The Shadowgate. Hopefully that comes out on audio, because I'll definitely snag that on Audible if that comes out. So anyway, very looking forward to that. Then I grabbed, I'm on the Bane list for review copies, so I grabbed Servants of War by Larry Correia and Steve Diamond. Just heard good things, and that was kind of like the big one of the bunch this most recently, so really looking forward to that. All right, jumping into audio books. As I said, I've got some, so a couple of these are just doubled up on. I got an Audible. They got me back into it. It's like $5 a month for like 4 months, so I couldn't resist. So anyway, here we are. We're back at it. I couldn't resist anyway. But again, like I said, I got Blood for Coins by Cam Wolfe on audio, so I'm featuring it again. I got Dread God again on audio, featuring that again. Very looking forward to Blood for Coins. Already read Dread God. It was amazing. And anyway, and then I got, let's see, Wistful Ascending by J.C.M. Byrne. Very cool. And Byrne has his own channel on YouTube, so you should definitely check that out. I've just heard Wistful Ascending is like space Marvel superheroes. Anyway, sounded like right up my alley. It really sounds cool to me. Then Wick Welker this book just came out on audio, and he kindly sent me a Audible code and copy. So I got Dark Theory. Definitely, this one's a very shortly going to be listening to this one. I cannot wait. I've just heard so many good things. So very cool, very cool. Then I got The Written by Ben Galley. I just heard lots of things, especially my boy Boiled Jellyfish. Check out his channel too if you haven't already. So the Ben Galley, there's lots of fans out there, and so I've been remiss in having not read any Ben Galley yet. So I'm trying to correct it, okay? Then I nabbed Travel by Bullet by John Scalzi. This is actually the third book in the Dispatcher series. I've read the first two. They're super good. They're narrated by Zachary Quinto of Heroes, Star Trek, all kinds of good stuff. But it's this cool concept of like, again, it's one of those like you don't think too hard about it because you're like, how can that even be? But don't think too hard. But for whatever reason, unexplained, that if you are actually killed and you die, then you wake up back where you kind of like back at your home, right? Your home place. If you just die, then you're dead. So like if you die of natural causes or you die of some wound or whatever, but if you're actually killed by somebody, then you wake up and you're actually fine. And so they have these people called dispatchers that will like hang around hospitals during like risky surgeries, and so just in case they can like jump in, do their work, boom, everything's fine. Anyway, just a cool. I'm like, it's a cool concept and I love it. So, and the first two I really just think need to be some kind of a series or whatever. Sci-fi, come on, someone pick that up. That'd be really fun. Then I grabbed Master Assassins by Robert V.S. Reddick. I heard a lot of things about Reddick over the years, and it's still like one of those authors that's been on my list for ages and I still haven't read, so definitely need to correct that. But that's, I think, one of his newer series, so I'm looking forward to that. I grabbed Shorefall by Robert Jackson Bennett. That's number 2 in the Lockland series. This is one, again, that Robert Jackson Bennett, one of my favorite authors, really love him and need to catch up with some series that he's been doing. Finally, for audiobooks, I grabbed Servant of the Empire. This is book 2 in the collaboration between Janie Wirtz and Raymond E. Feist, and I'm looking forward to that. So that was a no-brainer for those two. Those last two were a 2-for-1 deal. For 1 credit on Audible, what am I going to do? So, and they were both the ones that I think I probably got at the first in the series on the last 2-for-1 credit deal like a year or 2 ago that I jumped on board. Okay, now for the physical books. A couple were for my kids. So these first 2, this one's actually a really fun book. I read it. My son's read it, of course. I want to get my girls reading it. But this Ranger's Apprentice series is really fun. So the first 2 in the Ranger's Apprentice, The Runes of Gorlin, and The Burning Bridge. So these are just a blast, really fun, pretty standard fantasy stuff. Standard fantasy, nothing too crazy, but really fun. I know I keep complaining about how expensive these are, but I found one of these the other day, and it was like the only one left, and I really loved Fugitive Telemetry, and this is the most recent out, but there should be another one here this year, I believe, by Martha Wells in the Murderbot series. What is this? Number 6 in the Murderbot series. It's weird how they put it, so they're like, the diaries are the kind of shorter ones, so I think this one's considered a diary. Yeah, it says it right there on the front. And then the actual Network Effect, which was the last one right before this, was just considered the Murderbot novel. So anyway, it's a standalone Murderbot novel, which is also excellent. So anyway, I couldn't resist. It's just, there's such a cool covers, although I think they really just don't reflect the humor in the books like as much as I think they probably should, but I don't know. This is cool. It makes sense. Makes for very cool covers. All right, I featured this one already in a short, and I'm featuring it again here, but Philip Chase again, not the only booktuber I featured in this book haul alone, but I love booktubers entering the world of the written word. I've already read some Daniel Green. I just love supporting booktubers. They brought so much joy to my life, and the least I can do is feature their books or buy their books, whatever. Very much looking forward to this. So many good reviews so far. It's definitely great cover too. I love it. And finally, I already featured this in a full video, so I just thought I'd throw it in here too, though. But you can see the full video, not too many videos ago, but I already did the whole unboxing of this. But Tress of the Emerald Sea, it's a very, very cool looking book. There's the back of it. The spine, I don't think I really featured enough. It's a very cool looking spine. I love the dragon steel insignia or logo, whatever you want to call it. That's a cool one. It's a very cool logo. So really liking that, but it is just a really well done book, very fancy, and definitely get what you pay for here. And so it was really cool anyway to be part of that Kickstarter, and so really excited, really kind of fun to see these come in when they eventually do. So anyway, what do you think? What are your thoughts here on my books? You guys, anything I should prioritize, let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.